You're looking at the Lion Capital, an ancient, sunlit monument that has come to symbolize a prosperous and deeply peaceful empire. Ask historians about Emperor Ashoka today, and they will describe a paragon of ancient wisdom and Buddhist virtue. Societies prefer a clean, flawless hero. We like to remember our greatest leaders as men of peace from the day they were born, quietly filing away the messy, uncomfortable parts of their lives. To truly understand the sheer magnitude of Ashoka's peaceful legacy, we have to look directly at the history that has been pushed to the margins. The man remembered today as history's ultimate pacifist spent his early years as one of India's most prolific and feared killers. To the people he ruled, he was known as Chandashoka, Ashoka the Ruthless. Ashoka's peaceful reputation serves as a closing act, a radical departure from the decades of state-sponsored terror that preceded it. Ancient India was a fractured, highly competitive landscape. Dozens of regional powers constantly vied for control, creating a political environment where only the most aggressive survived. Ashoka navigated this deadly climate by eliminating his own rivals. Historical accounts record him fighting and ultimately killing his own brothers to secure absolute control of the throne. This map traces his early rule. The Mauryan Empire expands outward from its capital, driven by aggressive military campaigns to absorb neighboring territories. Once taken, regions pulse dark red under his control, establishing him as a feared tyrant. During this era, Chandashoka operated on a singular, dangerous premise. Absolute violence was the only valid path to absolute power. That ambition reached its peak at the Kalinga War. He deployed the full, unrestrained might of his military against an independent state in a campaign of total annihilation. The imperial army burned entire cities. Families were completely decimated, and vast lands soaked in blood. Look at this comparison. This visualization weighs the 100,000 human casualties of Kalinga against the entire population of a typical ancient city. The death toll easily exceeded the capacity of entire regional capitals. When the vicious fighting finally stopped, Ashoka walked through the muddy, blood-soaked battlefield to inspect his supposed victory. Surveying the aftermath, Ashoka faced a scene his chronicles describe with uncharacteristic bluntness, the Daya running red with the blood of 100,000 people. Looking at the silence of the dead, the pride of the conqueror was replaced by a visceral remorse that would define the rest of his life. The killing fields of Kalinga broke the conqueror. He realized that a total military victory could leave the victor completely destroyed. Standing in the wreckage of his own ambition, Ashoka made an immediate choice. He issued a complete unilateral renunciation of all future violence. He turned entirely to Buddhism. Instead of deploying armies, he integrated the core principles of nonviolence, compassion, and welfare directly into the administrative rule of his empire. He adopted a new identity, Dharmashoka, Ashoka the Pious. The ruthless warlord who had slaughtered his brothers ceased to exist. This map illustrates the result of that pivot. You are seeing radiating lines of cultural and philosophical export originating from India, as the empire's vast resources were redirected to spread Buddhism far across Southeast Asia. Modern history celebrates him as an icon of peace, but that identity was built directly upon the wreckage of the Kalinga campaign. Ashoka earned the title the Great through action, not innocence. He made the agonizing conscious choice to confront the monster within himself and ensure it never commanded his empire again.